So this is a very comparatively tough problem. You have to match the list 1 with the list 2. So you go through the question. Energy of ground state of He plus, potential energy of first orbit of hydrogen atom, kinetic energy of second excited state of He plus, and ionization potential of He plus. So you have to relate these to the list 2. Now, if you go there, uh, let us see what are the important equations that you have to check. I'll be giving a detailed derivation of these equations later on in a video, and I will be pasting that link in the description. So for this problem, what we have to determine or we have to study following equations. The first equation is energy of the nth orbit by Bohr theory. This you have to memorize this equation. Energy of nth orbit is minus 13.6 z square by n square, where z is the atomic number or nuclear charge. Better we put as atomic number or nuclear charge. In this aspect, better to denote it as nuclear charge. And n is the level in which the electron is there. So this is the first equation that you have to memorize to address this problem. Second one is the total energy of an electron is, as you know, it will be kinetic energy plus E of potential energy. The total energy will be kinetic energy plus potential energy. And another relation that you have to remind is Et is equal to minus E kinetic energy. So total energy is minus of E kinetic energy, and also one more relation is Et is equal to half of E potential energy. E total energy is related to potential energy as 1 by 2. And one more equation. So this is the first one, the second one, third one, fourth one, and the last relation that you have to is the ionization energy. Ionization energy, which will be E infinity minus E1. What is that one? The first energy level is E1. Once the electron has been completely ionized, it will be moving to the infinite energy level, which is E infinity. So the difference between E infinity and E minus 1, E1 is the ionization energy. So you have to memorize these equations. It's very easy. I will be giving another video about this description. So these are very important relation to do this problem. Now let us analyze one by one. The first one, energy of the ground state of helium plus. So how we can see the energy of ground state of helium plus? Ground state of helium plus is given by, the first one is uh, E equals En is equal to minus 13.6. So into it, since it is helium, the nuclear charge is 2, so it will be 2 square, because z is equal to 2, and it is given as ground state. So ground state is 1, so that is 1 square. So this is essentially minus 13.6 into 4. Minus 13.6 into 4, which will be equal to minus 54.4 electron volt. I forgot to mention all this is energy unit is electron volt. So the first one is 54.4. So you have to go for the option A in relation with 4. A in relation with 4. Now the second one, you have to determine the potential energy. So you are asked to determine the potential energy of the first orbit of hydrogen atom. So we have given this potential energy as here. So E T is equal to 1 by 2 of E potential energy. So that E potential energy is equal to 2 times ET. So 2 times ET. So this will be equal to 2 into minus 13.6, and you are asked to find the first orbit of hydrogen atom. So since hydrogen atom Z will be equal to 1, so this will be 1 square divided by again 1. So this will be equal to 2 into 13.6. 2 into 13.6 will be minus 27.2. So that will be minus 27.2 electron volt. So minus 27 point, it is minus 27.2 is option number 2. So B should align with 2. A4, then B should align with 2. Now let us see the third one. The third one is kinetic energy of second excited state of helium. See, in the C you have to determine the kinetic energy of second excited state. What will be the second excited state? First state will be 1, second state will be 2, and the first excited state is 2, and the second excited state, sorry, first excited state is 2, and the second excited state will be energy level 3. So you are asked to determine the energy level of 3. Now you are asked to find the kinetic energy of second energy. So what is kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is Et is equal to minus E K. So this will be minus of minus 13.6 into Z square by N square. So this will be plus of 13.6 into, and that is which one? The element is helium. So again that will be 2 into 2 square divided by n is equal to 3, so that will be 3 square. So this is 2, and so this will be equal to how much? 13.6 into 4 divided by 9. So 4 divided by into 4 by 9, this will come to around plus 6.04 electron volt. So plus 6.04 electron volt is 1, that is C should go with 1. So here is the answer. So C should go with 1. Now we have to find the last one. Anyway, we know the options, but ionization potential of He plus. Ionization potential of He plus. How to determine the ionization potential of He plus? Ionization potential is E infinite minus E1. So E infinite minus E1 will be the first one itself. So that will be 54.4 electron volt. So 54.4 electron volt is comes at D will be to 3, because plus 54.4. So D is 3. And let us check the options. The options are A4, B2, C1 and D3. The option is first one. So this is the correct option.